Okay, let's go to here. Last class we discussed about what is AWS service, right? IAM, and how many types of users and how it will work. Already last class we discussed, right? So anyone any doubt? We'll see quickly. So last class we discussed IAM. What is IAM means? Identity and access management. Identity and access management. So IAM means identity and access management, very very important. IAM, identity and access management. So what is the main purpose? Identity and access management. So there is two ways, right? Identity and access management. If you want to, someone is join. So identity and access management. So there is two types of user account, right? So already we discussed. So there is two types of user accounts. So what are those users? Already we discussed, right? Users. So one is what is this? Root account. Other one is what is that? One is root account. Another one is which account? IAM user account. Root is nothing but admin user. Now got it? So root is nothing but admin user. So root user is nothing but admin user, and so IAM user. IAM IAM user. IAM user means so just we are so simply if you want to understand, we can also understand. Okay. So this is a root user and IAM user. Root user has full permission. You know, right? What is the root user means? This is the full permission. So root user is nothing but full permission. So root user nothing but full permission. All right. Root user has full permission. Next, IAM user means only limited permissions. Only limited. Next, what else we discussed yesterday? So root user means login with email ID password. Correct? Login with username password. Username and so PWD. Apart from this, anything? So this is main difference, right? So root user means this is the full permissions and login with your email ID and password. IAM user means this is a limited permission. Which permission we need to assign? Which permission we need to assign? So that permission only we are going to give. That permission only we are going to assign. That permission only we are going to. So we are going to assign. Clear? Got it right? So anything? Now if you go here, so now yesterday we seen right permissions how to give so root account and how it will provide and all. So yesterday we created based on user IAM. I created IAM user, I IAM users, and I created few users, right? So for example, Rama user, I need to give some permissions. It is easy to access. Easy to access. For example, so for Pati user, I need to give only some S3 access or whatever you want. So S3 access, for example, RDS, relational database. From other user, for example, so Nivesh, I want to give some other access, only EFS access. So if you want to give like this, we go for IAM user. Clear? So based on user role. Based on user role, if you want to provide some access, we go for so I am users and all. That's it. I hope we got some idea, right? Now come to here. Already yesterday we created. Now we'll see yesterday you know how to create users and all, and also how to create a group, and so how to give which resource, AWS resource we want to provide. I am using root user. So I am going to log into root user. Root user means this is the root user. Okay. I am logging with username password. So if you log in, what is this? I forgot. Let me log in. Password. One second. Okay. So now this is which user? I logged in my username. I logged in my email ID and password. If you log in email ID password, this is nothing but root user. I am user means this is the we are logging with username password. We are logging with username password, and so root user means it has full permission. I am user means it has only limited permissions, and based on user role, we are going to give some we are going to add some policies, and with the help of policies that user can access it. I hope you got it right. So anyone any doubt? What as is clear? So how to create users and all, and how to create yesterday we discussed groups and all. Hello, what Kiran? Clear?
Yes, sir,
Now,
clear.
so this is very very important. So what is IAM user? Interview also most of the people they are asking, and also what is policies? What is policies? Yesterday we discussed that. Policies is nothing but permissions. Which permission we need to, so policies is nothing but permissions. So I have one user, so for that user already last right, so Ram is the test user. I want to give some access level, whether we want to read access, write access, or full access. With access level you want to provide that particular user permission. Policy is nothing but simply permissions. If you want to, simply nothing but permissions. So uh, for so based on that user role only. Now these are the users. Now if you don't want any user, just select the username, and there is a option, so delete option. If you want to, so enter the username. See here. um, so if you give like this, so the user should be deleted. User should be deleted. See, deleting the user. Now whatever user you want, so for example I want delete this user. Just type the username, type the username, that's it. No need to do anything. Deletion and all very simple only. So if you want to create, already last class we seen right, so how it will work, that and all. Now group is nothing but real time. This is also, so group is nothing but there is multiple groups in real time, right? So that is based on project, and based on right, based on right, so there is a uh, project TL, team leads, and manager, and employees, that is resource. So for this users, I'm creating one group, TL groups, so they want some extra permissions, right? We can add what is extra permissions. For managers I want to give some extra permissions. So like this, we are going to create multiple groups, and under this group we are going to add these users. We are going to add these users, and so if you give any, if you give any permission to the particular group, that permission is applicable under that user. This is very simple only. For example, I created one group. I created one test group. Okay, for example testing group, development group. So for testing group, I'm going to add so some policies. I'm going to add for policies. Just assume for testing group I am giving EC2 read access, and so S3 bucket read access, S3 bucket read access, and also some given I'm giving some other read access and all, only read access. So for development, if I add any user in this group, for example, here added, so in this group, so which permission they are getting? Full permission, only read permission. For example, I added Shiva here. I added Shiva here. So for this user specifically, no need to add anything. Already for this group, I added these permissions. If you add any user under this group, this user also which permissions? Right. Full permission or only these permissions? అర్థమవుతుందా? దిస్ ఈజ్ వన్ గ్రూప్. ఈ గ్రూప్కి కొన్ని పర్మిషన్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఈ గ్రూప్కి నేను ఒక యూజర్ని యాడ్ చేశాను. ఈ యూజర్ కూడా ఏ పర్మిషన్స్ వస్తాయి? ఓన్లీ
Read permission.
only these permissions. For example, development group. This is just assume group. In this group, I given some extra permissions. I given a EC2 S3 bucket lambda function blah 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 something. EC2 RDS and so lambda functions S3 bucket. I given full access. I given full access for this group. So under this group I'm going to add so under this group I'm going to add one user. For example, I'm going to add so ram user. Okay, so for this user, so which policies, which permissions, so this whatever for this group available, that all are applicable for this user also. This is very simple. So if you want to, we can create a group, give permission to group and add users to that group. That's it. Now see here, already you know users and all. Now policies. So these are the policies, right? So there is many policies available. See here, these are policies. Policies is nothing but permissions, guys. Don't confuse here. Policies is nothing but permissions. These are the permissions. See here, already AWS people provided this many policies. This many policies. So which type of access level you want to provide? So just set. Suppose if you want to create any new policy, see here there is a one create policy. Now here so there is three ways we can do. Last time interview also one guy asked. So what is policy? Policy is nothing but permission, right? Now so can you create policies our own policy? So this already AWS people provided many policies. Is it possible to create our own policy? What is the answer? Yes or no? Can you create our policy? Our own policy? Yes, sir. So how to create so there is a one option, create policy. Now so there is three ways. See here, add permissions by selecting the services, actions, resources and conditions. So just give the which service. I am going to create one policy. So that policy for which service? So AWS people, they are providing many services, right? Correct. So EC2, S3 bucket, VPC, subnets, blah blah blah. There is many service. AWS people, they are provided many services. Now we are going to create your own policy. This policy for which service? అర్థమవుతుందా? Specify. See here, select service. Specify what actions can be performed on specific resource in the service. So these are the choose service. So I am going to create, for example, EC2 instance. For EC2 instance only, I need create policy. Whether you want Visual Studio or JSON format or so actions. So there is many ways we can select. Okay. See these are the, see here if you select. So version, this is the, and statement. This is SID statement, effect, allow, action, resource. So if you click on visualization means so visual, we can see everything here. These are the way. If you need, now see here, manual actions. Manual actions, all EC2 actions are only list actions. See access level. So list, read, write, permission managements and tagging. So list means there is a 176 available, read access 36 read access available, write access 424 available. Okay. For example, if you expand read, so what type of action you want to provide? See here, there is many, see here, there is many. actions available. Whatever you want, we can select. So this is, for example, I want to give all read access. Okay, select. Now that's it. Okay. Now write access. What type of write access? See here, allocate only host missions, and I want to associate address only I need. Next, attach volume only I need. Next, this is a copy image I need. Next, cancel snapshot. So create plan. This is based on purely based on your requirement. మీకు ఏ రైట్ పర్మిషన్ వల్ల జస్ట్ క్రియేట్ విపిసి ఐ నీడ్ టు గివ్ యాక్సెస్ రైట్ యాక్సెస్ create volume access, create VPC endpoint, and so delete if you want to delete. So delete whatever you want, you can select. So there is many actions available. So that's it. I need enough this and all. So this is enough. And so next, and this is the permission management. So these are the permission management. See here, all permissions are only which permissions you want. So whatever you want, we can select. Right now I am giving all permissions. Next, these are the tags. So create tags, delete tags. So if you want to, you can select. This is the whatever you want. I want to tags also. I can create, I can delete whatever I need. Now see here, resources. Only specific resource or all resources. Specific resource. So whatever you want, we can select. So if you need all means it will select all. So that's it. So if we create means now it is asking policy name. See, my policy DevOps PO policy, my policy DevOps my policy. Whatever you want, we can give. So if you want to create your own, so that case we can create policy. See here, creating your policy. Now earlier we can see 1225, right? Now we can see 1226. Now we can search here your policy DevOps. So DevOps hyphen my policy. Now see here. Now got it. So this is the, if you want to create your own policy, we can create your own policy also. So how we can create, guys? Last time interview they asked, I don't want a existing policy, so I want to create my custom policy. How to create your custom policy? So go to policies, create policies, and choose which service. Here there is many services available. See here, these are the services provided by AWS people. For which service you want to create policy? అర్థమవుతుందా కిరణ్? So this is the, for example, S3. So these are the policies types: access level, list level, read level, write level, tags, permission management, whatever you want. So now here also allowed any. If you don't want, we can select any, allow and any. So there is which service you want to allow and which service you don't want to allow. So this is the, and these are the JSON format. If you give like this, it will come JSON format. Here also we can write a JSON format, whatever you want. So this is, if you have any idea, JSON format, this is one way. And visualization means UI level. This is very simple, right? Everything we can see UI level. These are the import policies, and if you want to get from somewhere, we can use the actions also. So this is very simple visualization. Everything we can, first we are selecting the policy name, and these are the allow, and any. If you don't want allow anything, so that case select any. Allow means which permissions you want to allow. So these are list means these are the types, and also write. So these many write actions available, and read access, this many read access available. And these are the some of so permission management. So what type of management you want to provide? So see, S3 I selected, right? Put bucket policy, put bucket versioning, ACL, if you want to enable this and all. So this is the tagging version tool available, whatever you want, so we can select it. So this is the visual GUI mode. GUI level, this is very simple. So just expand which access you want, which access you don't want. Just select and unselect, and finally create the, that's it. I hope you You got some idea, right? How to create your own policy. Own means this is customized based on your requirement. Based on requirement, we can select anyone. So we can select anyone. Now go to IAM. Next, this is very very important. Role. So role is nothing but so enter also what is roles. See here. So type of identity to allow user and application to access AWS resource based on specific permissions. So roles are similar to users, but they are not tied to single person or application. Instead, so roles can be assumed by anyone who needs them, and including AWS, so resource user services and all. So this is the IAM roles. So IAM roles means how it will. This is the official document. How we can create. So how we can create. IAM roles is an identity that you can create in your account that has specific permissions. So as of now, I assigned only one permission, right? Now role is nothing but so multiple permissions, group of permissions. Now see here, very simple. So account that specific permissions. IAM role is similar to IAM users in that with permissions and policies. I'm going to add multiple. I'm going to add multiple. So multiple permissions, and I'm going to attach it to that role to particular AWS my resource. So this is the same like so users only, but we are going to use role. We are going to use role. Now see here, if you click on role, now see here, an IAM role is an that create as specific permissions with credentials. Specific permission with credentials that are valid for short duration. Short duration means temporary. I want to give so some short duration with credentials. Role can be assumed by entities that you trust. So this is nothing but uh, role. So we can give specific permissions with credentials. So here, right, there is two roles already available. If you want to, we can create. See here how we can create and all. This is the option. Now I'm going to create one role. How it will work? See here. So these are the trusted entity page. Now see here, only AWS service or only AWS account or web identity. There is many options available. So now mostly we are working with here, right? Select AWS services. I am going to see allow AWS service like EC2, Lambda functions, other platform actions and all. So AWS service, click on and use case. Which use case? Commonly user services. Which use case? I want to I want to give, right? I want to connect. I want to connect EC2 user. I want to connect EC2 user, or I want to connect my Lambda. See here, commonly user service. For example, I select EC2. Now see here, choose a user can case for specific specified services. What you want? See here. So I'm giving allow EC2 instance to call AWS service on your behalf. I am giving so AWS EC2 full. Whatever you want, we can select. Click next. Now, so there is 948 policies available. Now, which policies you want to add this role? I created one role. In the role, I selected EC2 service. Correct? Role is nothing but group of permissions, group of policies. Simply, role is nothing but so group of policies. That's it. Group of see here. So group of policies. So which policies you want to give? Now these are the policies. Same. Now I want to administration, for example, EC2. See here, EC2. So EC2, there is many policies available. See here, EC2. Okay, which policies? EC2 full access, EC2 read-only access, whatever you want. I am giving EC2. Next, S3. Next, S3. I need to give S3 full access. Next, which access you want to? For example, mm, RDS. Now see here, RDS database full access, RDS database full access, like this. Now one more, lambda functions full access, whatever you want. So I added four. I added how many I added? Four I added. So four added. See here, total policies, total 949 policies available. I added four. Now click next. Now see here, role name. We can give any role name. We can give any role name. So for example, DevOps hyphen role. This is the description. EC2, S3, and RDS, RDS, and Lambda function. Whatever you want, just. Now these are the so trust policy. See here, here we can see. So this is the role name. Enter meaningful name of identify description, and this is the selected. See version statement. This is the JSON format. This is the JSON format. This is nothing but assume role. This is nothing but assume role. See here, effective allow action equal to assume role. What is assume role? Now see here. It is assume role in here. This is a so feature Amazon allow user to access resource they normally won't have access to by using the temporary security credentials. So assume role means temporary security credentials with username password. So that case, so we can go for role. Now I created one role. This is nothing but by default assume role, and service is EC to Amazon. Now see here, and also which policies add permissions. మనం ఏమేమి యాడ్ చేసాము, which policy with permissions added, full access and as RDS and S3 bucket and lambda function. And if you want to any tag and all, we can use. See, these are the permission policies. If you want to edit, we can edit also. Whatever you want, we can modify again. Okay, so whatever you want, so we can modify. We can modify. Cancel. Next. Now already I selected, right? Next. Now these are the permissions already I selected. So this is nothing but assume role. This is temporary. Now if you want any tags and all, this is optional, right? Leave it. Create role. Now see here, role is creating. So now see here, my role is created. My role is created. So in this role, I can I can directly connected with the help of CLI mode. Now see here. So these are the roles, right? Trust relationship. What is this is assume role, tags, and this is the access advisor, and this is the revoke. If you don't want this and all, common only. Effective any resource. This and all no need to do anything. These are the permissions. Which permissions? Now, so this here also somewhere we can see. See, maximum session duration 1 hour. By default, it is coming. See, create date, and this is ARN, and this is the instance profile. See here, maximum session duration. This is the with particular, right? So these are the four services I given. This is the description. Now if you assign this role to any, if you assign this role to any AWS resource, so maximum session duration 1 hour. So maximum session duration 1 hour. That is like temporary, right? So what they are mentioning? Valid for short duration. See here, it is valid for short duration. So if we create any role, specific permissions with credentials that are valid for short duration. So now if you see here, here they mention so maximum 1 hour session duration. So like this, if you want to, we can create anything, and so we need to install so AWS, right? AWS CLI also. Now if you want to add permissions, if you want to attach permission, these are common only. If you want to remove, select this one and remove this one, whatever you want. Okay, remaining story same only. boundary not a set. Set so permission boundary to control maximum permissions that role can have. So this is not common settings. If you want to, you can set a boundary also. So how it can grant permissions and all. This is extra only. So now I created role. Now, so how to attach role? If you want to create any AWS resource, we can attach this role also. We can attach this role also with the help of AWS CLI also. So right now my mission, let me check it. I need CLI. Okay. Whether I installed or not, I don't know. First, I need some sample commands. Whether it will work or not, I will show it. Uh, AWS CLI, CLI commands for S3 bucket. So there is a command line if you want to check it. So these are the commands we need to use. So I want to see some permissions. Copy, move, ticket, S3, AWS S3 LS. Let me check it. LS command. I don't have anything. I think it is working. Okay. Now, so first let me check my AWS S3 buckets. Any S3 bucket? S3. Just for testing purpose, I am creating one. We'll see later. Create bucket. So this is the bucket name. Test. Test. I found I have just I'm giving. Okay. Create bucket. I need to select already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now create bucket. Okay. Bucket is created. Now check it. So AWS S3. Which account I configure? AWS configure. So I think I configure C80. This is a previous account. We need to configure. I will show you later how to configure and all. So this is the AWS CLI. If you want to, so while creating S3, I will show you how to these roles and all assign and how it will work. So now go to IAM. So these are the roles. So now you know how to create a role and all, and I will show you how to use and all, how to use it and how to assign to these roles to. So this role to, so this role to so specific users and how resources, AWS resource and how it will work. So now I need to configure so AWS CLI and directly we can check via CLI commands also directly. If you want to see anything, command line with via commands also, with commands also we can check it, with commands also we can check it. I will show you. Now we know how to create a role. So role is nothing but we are going to add multiple permissions, and also this is nothing but a short duration. This is nothing but a short duration, and so we can work with that particular AWS resource. Now you know policies, how to create policies and all. So this is the identity. Identity means now I need to log into, right? So here provider user, here you don't have any provider. Okay, this and all right now leave it. Now go to, so these are the account settings. As a admin, mostly we need to understand this one. So you are the admin. I am going to create some users, right? I'm creating users. I'm giving, I created multiple IAM users. I'm giving some username, password and all. So this password and all, how we need to set. See here, this is the account settings. Account settings means, so if you create any account, so what is the account? See here, password maximum length, how many characters? and password length, how it we need one uppercase, one lowercase, one number, one non-alphanumeric. So these and all based on your requirement, based on your organization. So for example, by default they given 8 characters. No, no, no. So my organization they are mentioned like so at least right, at least so they want 10 characters. Password should be 10 characters. Password should be 10 characters or 15 characters at least minimum. Okay, so we are setting 10 characters. And password strength, suppose I am setting user should set the password, right? If they want to set the password, I am selecting this one. Required at least one number undali and a special character and at least one lowercase and at least one uppercase and turn on password expiration. So how many days? This is very important. In my every organization, they are setting some expiration. So my organization every 2 months the password should be expired every 2 months. So we are resetting again password. These are, for example, every 1 month. So password should be expired. If we want to, so we need reset and also require administrator reset. Who will reset your password? So expire and so allow user to change their own password. After 30 days, user can change their password. Now got it? these are the these are the we are setting. If you are admin, if you have full access, if they are asking set password and so only 30 days or 20 day 30 days or 2 months or 3 months, this and all so only one time setting. Every day we are not going to set. These settings are only one time. Every day we are not going to set it. అర్థమవుతుందా కిరణ్? క్లియర్? వాట్ ఆసిస్? హలో?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are the one time settings only. Every day we are not going to change. But this and all based on your organization, based on your requirement. So నాకు పాస్వర్డ్ లెంత్ ఎలా ఉండాలి, how many characters, and if you give any password users, so user should enter at least uppercase and lower case, one special character, number. So that and all we need to set it. Now see here, this and all we can save. If you save and change means, so user after 30 days, user should log into their password. No, 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 I don't want. Only admin can change password. See, password expiration require only administrator reset. This is now if you go here, security token, STS, security. If you want to set any security, so here there is no endpoint and all. So we can set here also. We can set so that is security token. Right now for this account, the parameter include is not constructed currently. Please adjust input and try again. Not support the region. This region it is not supporting. We are using pre-tier account, right? So some of options it won't available. And if you want to change, we need to change that region and all. Right now I am in which region? Which region? Global, right? Okay. See here, all are disabled. For this reason, it won't work. It won't work. Now, if you go to EC2, so here one more option. This and all okay. Mostly we are working with the password policy. This is only one time setup. Every day we are not going to change anything. Now, if you go to here, there is some this and all access reports. Only high level higher management. So if they want to see some reports, for example, unused access, external. Now I'm clicking unused access. Unused access means, for example, I created 10 users, right? Yesterday I created so 10 users. Yesterday I created 5 users. But few users I am not going to work with, right? Unused access. And so just I'm creating create analysis, external access only, unused access, and only IAM, and this is the name I am giving, and tracking period 90 days. So see here, unused set type of create. What is this? So specify the number of days for the tracking period. Unused means unused access. I created 100 users, but few users not used, not login, though that users not available. That is waste, right? So I want to track it 90 days. I am using only 10 days. Okay. And which region? That is the regions. See here, North Virginia. And this is my account. Okay. Now this is a service access. Now see here. Now created, right? Now, so now unused access is created. Nothing is showing. Only 10 days, right? Not more than used 10 days unused. Yesterday only created, right? Suppose if we create external resource, right now I don't have any external. This is unused. Mostly we are using this one also. ఇది అర్థమవుతుందా కాన్సెప్ట్ అన్యూజ్డ్ మీన్స్ సో ఐ క్రియేటెడ్ మెనీ యూజర్స్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ క్రియేటెడ్ సో 50 users but only 40 users you logged in, they are working on that. 10 users 40 users they are working, they are logging and they are doing something. This is used. And 10 users not used, unused, unused, unused users. Okay, now I want to track so which users unused, so 10 days. So that and all. So if you want to track it, so these are the reporting only. These are the access report. Right? So access report. This is there is one more option. This is analyzing how it will work. So if you want to see, there is right now I don't have any data. After right, if we create multiple users, don't use any user. That and all we can see credential. We'll see how many. Right now I have 3 users, right? Now I got some reports. We'll see what is this report. Now these are the wait. These are the password, user creation time, password only. This is user related so information. So credential report. I downloaded some credential, right? One user or 2 users I downloaded. So which users I downloaded. So that information and all we can track it here. These are mostly no need. And this is the organization activity. Right now we don't have organization not in use. Your account is not member of organization. This is a paid service. And if you want to pay some amount, they will enable this one. Request credentials and account. We can so organization. This is the organization activities. This is the one service. So organization. What is this service? Organization. This organization activity. Organization activity. AWS. This is also one service organization. Here also we can configure many things, but this is not free only. This is paid only. See here, we can add accounts, we can group accounts, and apply some policies, enable some AWS services. So these are the account services. This is a centrally manage your so environments as you scale your accounts. So AWS organization helps to centrally manage and given your environments to grow and scale up. So we can so mostly so the following so diagram this we can add accounts, we can create so group accounts, you can add some policies, and we can add some services, which service we need to enable, which service you don't want. So that and all we can add here, so in the organization. But this is not a free service, this is the paid service. If you paid only, so this service should be enabled. We can do these activities, see here. Group accounts into organization unit, apply policies to accounts are such as, but in real time, so it should be enabled. In organization level it should be enabled, already they paid, right? So I can see some accounts, I can see some groups, I can see many things here. So but this is, we are using free tier, right? So we don't have any option. If we need to enable this option, we need to pay some amount and we need to activate this service, we need to activate this service. So enable AWS service integrated with the organization. So our organization, what are the service we need to enable? I don't want all service, right? AWS people, they are providing nearly 250 services, but we are not going to work with all services. I need only some specific services. So that and all we can set here. This is the organization. This is the AWS organizations. If really, if they enable, so we can see this, we can add accounts, we can group account, we can assign and all. This and all based on your requirement only, we can do all these things. This is the service control policies, which service how to control. These all are the paid only. We cannot see here directly. We need to paid. Mostly interview they won't ask this and all. They didn't. No one is asking this and all. Mostly they are touching only how to create users, how to create policies, and how to create roles. This only. These four options, 99% they are touching. This and all, never, no one is asking. This is only extra settings, extra options. So whatever you want, we can configure. Clear, guys? So anyone, any doubt as of now? So mostly just to focus on how to create users, and so policies and roles, how to create roles. I will show you next class while explaining S3 bucket also, roles and all. Next, policies, roles, and groups. So groups. Interpurpose, mostly they are touching these things only. How to create a role, okay, and so how to create users and how to create policies. Simply they are asking simple question, what is IAM? So simple first question they are asking, what is IAM? And what we can do here, we can create users and we can create policies and we can attach it to that particular users. Now what is role? Role is nothing but so group of policies, and also this is a temporary access, right, with user with credentials, with users and credentials, temporary access. And group is nothing but we can create group. Under this group we can add multiple users, we can add so multiple users under group. So this and all, and this and all so only for higher management, if they want any reports, and so how many users in unused and used, and they want some metrics, right, they want some data. So that case, so they can use this and all. This organization activity means so these are mostly paid only. How to add users, and this and all, how to add users, so how to add users and all, and how to create service, and this and all we can manage under the organization activities. Clear, guys? Hello, Kiran, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now mostly just focus on how to create so users creation, policies, roles and groups and all. So remaining and all, no one is asking, just you can try whatever options it is work, just click on it, won't do anything. Okay, now what's time now? 7:50, right? Okay, so next class we'll see very important topic, S3 bucket. So interview also 99% people are touching in S3. What is S3 bucket? And so there is some operations and all. And real time also, most of the cases we are using S3 bucket. So most of the cases we are using S3 bucket. Now go to here. Already I send one document, right? So in this document we can see. Mm, 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 which Which document I sent? Some document, right? This one. Not this one. Eh, Bucket. Not, I shared one document, right? What is this one? I shared. I don't. AWS. Cloud. Personal cloud. Okay, so AWS basics. I think this one, right? So here also now see here S3. So this is very important. S3 is so interview also most of the people they are asking, and also real time also most of the cases we are using S3. S3 is nothing but this is also one service, simple storage service. So shortcut we are calling as S3. Simple storage service. Simple storage service is nothing but simply we are calling S3. So this is the object storage service that offers industry leading scaling and data availability, security and performance, and so all size of. The main thing is here we can we can store any type of data. We can store any type of data. So now see here such as data like websites, we can mobile applications, we can take backup, we can restore, archive, any type of data. And so main thing is so here the main thing is security. See here the main thing is security, and Amazon S3 designed for 99% so durability and storageability. So there is different types also available. There is different types of available, and so these are different types of S3, and what is the use case and how it will work. Next class we'll see. This is very important. Interview also many people they are asking. So can you explain so S3 types, S3 types, and so S3 types how it will work and all. S3 types and how it will work. This is the one of the topmost service in AWS. So as of now, you know, right? These are the services. What are the service you know? So now you know. So these are the service. Which service you know? EC2 you know how to create instance and all, and so VPC virtual and subnets. Next, route table, IGW, Internet Gateway, Security Group, and also IAM. Correct? Now S3 is the one of the topmost service. Interval also, real time also, mostly we are using. So next class we'll see what is S3, and so how to create S3 buckets, and how to upload your data, and how to download your data. And there is some restrictions. There is many things available here, and we are going to see that one. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt as of now? Hello? So that's it from my side today. And so if you have any doubt, we can ask, or else we'll wind up, we'll connect tomorrow. Thanks everyone. Bye.